and you need to represent the country for the whole week and debate about stuff that's going on in the world right now. And there are like different councils that you could be in, like the Security Council or other stuff about economics and the environment. And then you got issues that had to do with your council or your group, and then you would talk about that.
In different assemblies and also special conferences. Within these assemblies and special conferences we discuss resolutions and whether to pass a resolution or not. How this is done is, first of all, the debating. This is done by a series of arguments done by each candidate. These are not like any other debate. You must take turns and it must be sort of like a speech. And in between these speeches, candidates can make amendments to the resolution, with an amendment being a sort of an edit or an addition to the resolution to improve it. And eventually, once all of the debating is complete, there's a vote on the resolution. And if it passes, then this resolution is handed over to the General Assembly, which is the much larger assembly, which decides further whether the resolution should pass even further. So beyond the smaller assemblies and smaller conferences. And over there, the similar procedure happens. There's votes and there's but smaller and shorter arguments whether to pass the resolution or not. And in the end, all the countries decide whether it should go forward or not.
To discuss topics that have occurred across the globe, such as nuclear disarmament involving the 5 greatest nations. When we are not in these debates, we have our own free time, which is hosted by either our host families or organized by the Munol staff themselves. It's entirely student organized, so there are barely any teacher or parent organizers available. There are some to just make sure it doesn't get out of control, but on the other hand, it is mostly just a student initiative that keeps it going.
To start with making your position paper. First you read all the articles, you read the research papers, and then you think of what is the perspective of Malaysia, and as the ambassador of Malaysia, what's the perspective of Malaysia as a whole country towards those ideas. You need to be able to answer all the questions from all the delegates from your country. You have to be able to give a speech in front of the whole General Assembly and all the guests, which were about 400 people. Secondly, you have to be able to debate and you have to communicate with your own team during those debates. As member of the Security Council, you also have to be able to debate against countries with veto rights, such as China, Russia and the US. Very experienced MUN delegates. And also you have to be able to be stress resistant, you have to make resolutions, you have to come up with your own amendments. You have to be able to be flexible and to come up with amendments to the second degree to improve your position within the resolution. Last, as a member of the Security Council, you will be doing crisis debates, which were basically debates with the starting point of an international crisis, a European crisis in our case. For example, the invasion of the Russian forces in the Crimea and the east of Ukraine. And every 1 hour you'll be given extra information, such as, but not limited to, of course, Russian forces have been seen in the middle of Ukraine, or any information like that.